Good evening and welcome to the Whisky Lover Society with me, Gert Retief, and tonight we are looking at the Bladnoch 15-year-old Adela. Not 100% sure if I pronounce it correctly. It is 46.7% ABV, natural color, non-chill filtered, matured in ex-Oloroso sherry cask. The name Adela is Latin, means rich and noble. Well, we'll see if that transfer into the taste as well. Now, price-wise, when it came out, when I did a little bit of digging, I see 85 euros for a bottle. Not bad for a 15-year-old. Well, looking a little bit deeper, not really easy to find. And when you can find it, here in Europe, you're going to pay 121 euros on average for a 15-year-old whiskey. Quite a little bit expensive for my taste, but luckily my online store here in Belgium had an open bottle, so I could buy a sample. Still a little bit on the expensive side, but yeah, I thought myself, a 15-year-old Bladnoch, maybe I will give it a go. So quick review, nosing and tasting of a nice Lowland whiskey for a change. So color wise, natural color, you can see a nice deep amber or copper color. I do like the color. There's a little bit of a viscosity to this one, not much, nice thin legs, but quite slow legs forming on the glass. But of course it's all about the nosing and tasting. So on the nose, I do like this one. There's a nice strong punchy note to it, a little bit of a zesty note coming out. What I can add, give this one a little bit of time in the glass. Don't just pour it and drink it. It was a little bit too much of a punch when I first poured this one, but with a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you feel it slowing down, warming up, opening up to something that's really nice, rich, smooth and sweet on the nose. Loads and loads of dried fruit coming out. Big sherry influence on this one. Not a sherry monster, but it's just a lovely balance between the sweetness and then I also get a little bit of a oakiness coming out. It's really nice, sweet, friendly, inviting, and just delicious on the nose. There's a sweetness, there's a spicy note, and there's a little bit of a orange peel oil. I get a hint of a peach, a very ripe peach, maybe some apricot at the back, and then some vanilla, and I also get a little bit of a strawberry note, a very sweet strawberry note. Well balanced, even at that high ABV. I don't get that ethanol note of a young whiskey, so it feels like or smells like a nice mature whiskey, even at 15 years old, which is of course not really that old, but it smells a little bit on the older than 15 years old. Every time that I go back, it feels like that vanilla gets a little bit more elevated, a little bit more sweeter vanilla notes coming out. I also get a little bit of a dusty note, a little bit of a well-matured Christmas cake. You know, Christmas cake, you bake it, you put it in foil, you cover it with alcohol, and you let it stand, mature, and develop all that lovely fruity flavors, and you keep on adding some whiskey or some brandy, and you make it a mature Christmas cake. Now I get that same maturity in this whiskey. It's a little bit of a musty note, a little bit of a dampness, a little bit of a musty, a little bit of a darkness coming out as well. Absolutely stunning nose for me. A nice nose, something that I keep on going back, and sometimes I don't want to drink it because I am so scared that all this lovely nosing notes will not translate into the tasting notes. But of course we have to try it. On the taste, cheers. Yeah, I don't have to be fearful of this one. It's really nice. It's sweet. There's a spiciness of that alcohol. Let me just try again. A little bit of a zesty note coming out. A little bit of a oaky, musty taste. A little bit oaky, well, sweet, oaky, more sweet, and a little bit of a dusty note. Definitely, it tells you it is a sherry matured whiskey. Just want to make sure. That sherry influence is there. There's a little bit of a oakiness coming out, a little bit of a tannin, maybe more like an espresso tannin, a hint of a bitterness, which I think it's also quite necessary just to balance between the sweetness and to bring that oakiness in to tone that sweetness just a little bit down. Really nice on the taste. For me, it's on the nose, it was quite complex. Quite a lot of things that I could pick up on the nose. That does not really translate into the taste. Don't get me wrong, the taste is really nice, but there's not a complexity. It just tells you it is ex Oloroso sherry. It tells you it's sherry. It tells you that's got that sweetness and all those fruity components that comes from a Christmas cake, you will also find in here. So pleasant. Nice. Let me just make sure. Oh, but it does put a smile on my face. It is just a lovely drinkable whiskey. Now, it is 46.7% ABV. I think it is a good idea. For me, it's perfect like this. I hate watered down whiskey, but sometimes you need to add a little bit of water, and some of the subscribers have asked maybe sometimes add a little bit water so that we know we should or should not add water. So I just got a little bit of water. I'm just going to, well, that's about half a teaspoon of water, so maybe 2.5-3 milliliters of water. Now with the water added, now for me that water, a couple of drops at a time, it does distract for me of that lovely punchy flavors that came out without the water. So there's a tone down of that nice good stuff for me. Still not bad. There is that more of a musty note coming out. It does tone down the alcohol a bit. Still telling you that it is a sherry whiskey. It is less punchy, less nose for me with the added water. So definitely for me not going to add water. On the taste of a little bit of water, a strange one, a little bit more oily mouthfeel to it, a little bit of a creamy mouthfeel to it. Actually not bad with a little bit of water, just want to make sure. The sweetness is still lovely, a little bit more of the oak coming through, a little bit more of the bitter note coming through, but not bad. So I think with this one you have an opportunity. You drink it with water, well, start without the water, feel and see if you enjoy it like that. If not, feel free to add a couple of drops of water. Consider you're going to pay, well, on average 120 odd euros for this bottle. Whew, that's a lot of money. So you decide how you want to drink it. I can only tell you the niceties on sometimes a little bit not so nice when you add water. For this one, for me, I would drink it like this. So anyway, one more try. It is nice. Even with this a little bit of water, and I did not put a lot of water in, even with that couple of drops of water, it's really nice, sweet, sherry, inviting, fantastic dram to drink. Now, the problem for me is maybe if I bought it when it came out, if somebody said now 85 euros for this bottle, I would say, yes, my money, take it. But when I look online, and they are telling me now the average price for this bottle is going to be 120 odd euro. There's no way in hell that I'm paying 120 euros for a 15-year-old whiskey. There's so many whiskies out there. I know it's, and this is in the stores, so it's not on the secondary market. If you look in the UK, some of the shops, they do sell it for quite a lot of money. So if I can find it for less than, let's say, 85 euro, I'm in, but a little bit too expensive for me. So what do you think about the Bladnoch? Maybe there's another version out there that is a little bit cheaper. Maybe you can leave a comment which ones I should try in the future. As this one, it is nice. Damn it, but I can't afford to buy something that's 121 euros. Not now. Oh, but it is such a nice whiskey. I just love it. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. And of course, I have a store. If you want to buy some shirts with a nice logos on it, I'm going to try to make some more in the future. And I also have a join button if you want to see some more content in the future. And of course, all the proceeds that come from all these different stores and join button and Patreon account, all of this money will go to children in South Africa. They are having a real difficult time. 75 kids, 85 families. They really need our assistance. So all those donations, 100% will go towards them to buy food and clothing. So thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Cheers.